Kalle was worried. Was that man he saw actually Henrik? Or was it just his mind playing tricks on him? What did the man mean? Was it the late penalty? Or the penalty miss? Was there a bad apple in the group? Or was it the Napoli player? He'd gained national notoriety as a result of the Conference League win, but he was now concerned that he'd come to the attention of the wrong type of people. But maybe he could use it to his advantage. As always, if you have been enjoying the series up to this point, drop a like on the video. That would be fantastic. The support, as I said lately, has been phenomenal, so please do keep that up. That would be phenomenal. And also, since it's the start of the week, time to thank new patrons. And this week it is Scott Harvey, so thank you seriously so much for that. And everybody over there again, I honestly cannot thank you guys enough for the support on the series. It's been phenomenal. Again, phenomenal. Too many uses of the word phenomenal. That's I'm nixing the word phenomenal. Now today, we find ourselves in a bit of a pickle, I suppose, in the sense that the league title race, you could argue that it's actually going okay, even though we're fourth in the league. Points-wise, we're doing really well. Hoping that the other side start dropping some points one of these days. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? The only slight problem we have is that we're going to have the distraction of Europe, and the thing is, we can't really ignore it because there is a massive opportunity to get into the Champions League group stages today if we can get past Nordsjælland in this tie. Obviously, it's not our main priority, but the money that would come if we were to actually get to the group stages could be the difference between us competing with Molde and not being able to, honestly, because that's where the big difference comes in. That financial gap that between the two sides, that's so important. Because today, we start off at home against FC Nordsjælland. Now, Molde, of course, are also in the Champions League playoffs. They're playing against Shakhtar in the Champions path, of course. I don't know how the other Norwegian sides are getting on, but let's be honest, they're probably doing bloody well. But needless to say, today is going to be a day about trying to manage this team. Now, I've got that idea that we were working on in the last video, and I feel like it is definitely a strategy that we can use, especially in virtually every game against the sides that are sort of the sub-elite teams, domestically anyway. Obviously, against Nordsjælland, they're a much better side, so our standard strategy is, I think, definitely the way to go here, and that's what we're going to have to try to do today. And I do think that maybe this season we may fall slightly short of the league title, but as long as we're still making progress into the right areas, I do still feel like we're on the right track, and I think next year with the right signings we could potentially walk it, but it is still very much up for grabs. This is not over, and in the next two videos I sense we're going to find out just how not over it actually is. Cut to it being over and we're 11 points off the top at the end of the video. Hopefully not though. Okay, so selection advice just to start things off, just to at least freshen this team up a little bit. Obviously that's one of these days my assistant's going to stop trying to put Lisa there. I appreciate the work, but come on, it's Lisa. You have to play him up top. I'm also going to take the decision to start Lee Dilly today over Kawamoto, because Lee Dilly's goal scoring form lately has been phenomenal. He's got 13 goals this season compared to Kawamoto's 15. But the thing is, Lee Dilly's barely started any matches compared to Kawamoto, so he's clearly been able to put those goals in at desperate times. Mourinho can come back in, of course. Now if he does poorly, then we've got Kawamoto to come back in, but I feel like Koki needs a rest today and give Dilly a chance to play while he's hot. Defensively, of course, this will be switched around a little bit. Get Lillestrom out to the left hand side. I'm really liking our back three at the moment of Berntsen, Skoglund and Lillestrom. I feel a bit sorry for Thomas Blad, but the problem is these guys have just performed when they've played, and when Thomas Blad has played, he's given away stupid penalties and genuinely not been that good, sadly. And he's the type of player that I might try to move on for big money in January. That way we can get another foreign squad slot available and get a lot of cash, because we've had some reasonable bids for him over the years. And honestly, I think I'd rather have Hernan Rodriguez than Steenson for today. I've actually quite liked what I've seen from him early days, and today we kind of need someone in there that can pass a little bit, maybe. He's going to be especially useful when we start playing with the two CMs, which is what we're going to be using in a lot of league games from now on, I suspect. I might make another version of the tactic so we've got it trained. Since you guys want to see more of our players, I thought we'd have a look at Christopher Lisa. It's kind of weird that his current ability looks so low. I think he's just on a bit of a decline at the moment. He's just had he had a good start to the season, and he's just sort of struggled a little bit as of late, just to find the back of the net and get any real sort of impact in matches. But I still think he's a fantastic player, and his time will come this year. 8 goals and 6 assists. He's overperformed his XG by a lot, and that really is the key thing for me. Something Indestad could never do was overperform his XG, and Lisa's managed that. He has seemingly had less chances, though. Indestad certainly seemed to get a lot of opportunities. He just missed a lot of them. But I suppose in this case, it's just good that Lisa's taken those chances when they come for the most part. But I would like to see him back on form a little bit, because he does seem to have drifted away a little bit. But still, cracking player. Hopefully he will continue to improve. And of course, let me know who else you want to see in the comments. I'll show you the most upvoted ones. I mean, this is an enormous opportunity for us, really. The fact is, even if we'd gone out in a slightly earlier round because we were trying to concentrate on other things, it wouldn't have really helped us all that much, because we would have still ended up in the group stages of some tournament no matter what we did. Even if we'd gone out from the very first round of qualifying, we'd have eventually probably dropped down into the Europa Conference League qualifiers. So if we're going to play in any group stage this year, it might as well be the Champions League, given the huge amount of money that comes along with it for us. And boy, could we do with that 12-13 million quid. Rakic. Can he put an early ball in? He's had a wondrous season, and it's off the crossbar. Having him come slightly further forward is dragging one of their midfielder, their other striker back a little bit. Mourinho goes for goal. Oh, just wide or over. And fireballs out wide. We need Dilly to just try and find a run or something here at the moment, because at the moment he's not looking great. Lisa to the back post, knocks it down for Cornic, because it doesn't seem to be really happening for us at the moment. Rodriguez, bit of space for Mourinho now. Finally, Lee Dilly's in on goal. It's a good save from the keeper, but at least he found a space to have a shot. Yeah, I mean, half time, we've probably been on top. They've had one chance, which was, I think, the header from the free kick. Don't know how it accounted for so much, but nevertheless, we definitely look like the better team, but just not creating anything concrete at the moment. We've been just too many low quality chances today. Going to up the tempo in this second half. I think it's really important in these Champions League ties to get that home win when the opportunity is there, and today I think is a good opportunity for us, but I think we just have to move the ball faster, unsettle them a bit more. 65 minutes, still 0-0, defensively very good today, just need that little opening. Nicholas Dira's ball in, Kawamoto's header, well saved, but that was nice, he found a gap. They're really starting to stand off of us now, and I wonder if it's because of that upped tempo, they're really just allowing us even more of the ball. Cornic, ball through for Kawamoto, and it's a good save actually, but he found the space, which is nice. Chance again, Rakic's ball, and and Bertson's offside? I don't know, actually. He's put it in the top corner. We'll see. It's Tromsø 1. Well, temporarily, anyway. It's awarded. Tromsø 1, Nordsjælland 0. Rakic just drops a cross in. They lose the marker. And Bertson, I mean, that's a top corner header. Nothing the keeper can do. And he's done it again. And with 20 minutes to go, we lead. Dinks it in. Bertson clears it. Right, Lisa now. We've got a chance for a breakaway. We've got tons of bodies coming forward. He has to find the right pass here. Only he actually has. Kawamoto gets it to his right foot. Can he? Oh dear, Koki, that is a shambles. Out wide for Larson again. Clattering one into the box. It's cleared by Skoglund. Mourinho will bring this down, and that's a lovely ball for Jesse Rakic. 30 seconds, and they're allowing Rakic just to run with it. Can he find the right pass? He has. Kawamoto to finish it. It's a huge chance, and really, he should have buried the rebound. It is a shame not to grab a second goal when it has clearly been right there for us. And Lillestrom flicked away, and it looks like it's going to be Tromsø 1, FC Nordsjælland 0. And you know what? We'll take that. It's a win. It's a clean sheet. Kawamoto had his opportunities and did look great off the bench, admittedly. But I think there was definitely enough in the tank for... I don't know, actually. You know what? I think 1-0's probably about right. We did very, very well there. But, yeah, I feel like Kawamoto still should have buried one of those chances. 1-0 up from our first leg. We just have to not lose in Denmark, and we'll be in the Champions League group stages. God, wasn't what I'd envisioned for this season, winning a European trophy. Being in the title race was the only part of it that I'd sort of predicted. But here we are, we just keep playing really well. Mulder, of course, only drew at home to Shakhtar as well, so difficult one for them to overturn in the second leg. Plenty of them as well. And one of them is Kawamoto. He's through, onto his correct foot, drops it round the goalkeeper. It's so easy. Well done, Koki Kawamoto. This has been a bad game. It's first shot of the entire match for either side, and Kawamoto slots us in front. Big, big goal. Odds nil, Tromsø 1. They had a couple of chances right towards the end, cleared off the line in the end by Dida, or was it Berntsen? Nevertheless, we got the victory in the end, which is the most important thing. And that now does bring the gap at the top back to 3 points, because Mulder and Rosenborg both won, but Stabæk drew. So our goal difference is actually still not the best in the league anymore, as Mulder are flying, but there is only 3 points now between the top 4 sides in this division. This is an utterly mental title race. We're still 4th, though. Come on. 6 points clear of Vålerenga, though. And just the, 12 points clear of Strømsgodset? 30 minutes on the clock. Of course, we lead 1-0 on aggregate. A goal here would be massive for us. We are just have to not lose. If we can avoid defeat in Denmark, we will be in the Champions League group stages. Mourinho's through, and he's already scored. Pedro Mourinho, 1-0, and it's 2-0 on aggregate. He's actually had a really good season from that position. I've been very impressed with him after a poor start. Knudsen, it could still all go horribly wrong for us, though. It's a 2-goal advantage, which is good, but, oh, I mean, that's just a good goal. René Krohn, back in the game. We got done from a set piece. Couldn't keep our heads on that one. Berge Hansen, nice. Steensen, runners. Berge Hansen clips one through from Mourinho. Can he make it 2? He does, but he's offside. We will see about that. It's awarded. There you go. Game over. Mourinho with the brace. He didn't look offside to me. It was just weird the way no one reacted. It's a brilliant ball through from Berge Hansen. Mourinho's just flying through. First time finish with his left foot. Little poked finish there. 2 goals for him on the night. At 3-1 on aggregate, we're going to the group stages. Come on. There you go. Nordsjælland 1, Tromsø 3 on aggregate. They had a lot of shots in this game. They just weren't very good shots. It feels like we committed quite a lot of fouls and they had a lot of free kicks and stuff, but that's about it, really. Pedro Mourinho with the brace does the business for us, and I feel like on the balance of the 2 games, we've just about edged it enough, and that is big, big money for Tromsø. I don't know what Mulder did. They were 0-0 last time I looked. We just made the Champions League group stages. I feel like I should be more over the moon. It's just... it feels like we've just kind of sleepwalked into it. Mulder are through. Salifu in extra time, both Mulder and Tromsø into the group stages of the Champions League. Wow, I'm amazed. We've done really well. They've done really well. I don't know about the other Norwegian sides, but what a season for Norway again. Oh, nothing major, just £12.5 million in the bank. Oh, that transfer window. That transfer window, my friends. We're going to get an actual budget because we've now got £21.5 million in cash money sitting around. If our transfer budget for this transfer window isn't like £10 million, I'll be disappointed. We might actually be able to build something with that for next season, if nothing. I know Molde are going to get loads of money as well, which is the slight downside, but still, it's good for Norway, I guess. Rosenborg are through and Stabæk are through. 7-0 on aggregate. I didn't even notice this. Vålerenga are playing Braga and they're through as well. So it's all 5 Norwegian sides are in the group stages. Don't mind us, just casually temporarily going above Portugal in the coefficients this season and only 4 points behind Germany. It's kind of weird actually that we're still seeded 4th because we won the Europa Conference League last year, but I wonder what that does for our coefficient wise. So let's just quickly scroll down to us. Still only 32 points, of course, because of other stuff, but we're not even close to being a pot 3 side. It really doesn't matter who we get. It's going to be a tough group. I'm just going to draw it. I tell you what, Djurgården, 2 legs against the Swedish champs, I think. Maybe it's Malmö. It's usually Djurgården. I tell you what, that actually feels like 3rd place in this group might not be out the realms of possibility, to be fair. Chelsea and Atletico, no chance for us, of course, in that. But 2 games against Djurgården, one of us is going to get that 3rd spot, and I think it could be us if we really put our minds to it. What about Molde? You can't actually see because my face cam, apologies, but it's Porto Rangers and IFK Göteborg in a group with Molde. What a weird-ass group. Molde could do all right there, you know. I love how we both got a Swedish side as well as the pot 3 side, unless Molde were pot 3. In case you're wondering, Esbjerg, Charleroi, and Rosenborg in one group. Podgorica, Stabæk, Valencia, and Basel in another. That's a tough group. And lastly, Faro Constanza, Leipzig, Antwerp, and Vålerenga. I can't believe we have 5 teams in the group stages. Did that even happen when it must have happened when I was doing it last time. Still, clipping it in. Well won by Gomez. This could start an attack for us potentially. Lisa, round the side for Kawamoto. He's got support. Oh, what a great ball. It's Hernan Rodriguez on the end of it. And it's Tromsdalen 0, Tromsø 1. And that's that second attack, second CMA making the work there. And it's Rodriguez with the run, 1-0. A little bit too loose with the passing lately. Rodriguez, though, back inside for Christopher Lisa. Goes for goal. And he scores an absolutely beautiful finish. Tromsdalen 0, Tromsø 2. Rodriguez and Lisa linking up brilliantly today. 2-0. Now we can settle a little bit. We were sitting pretty in this game, and now we might not be. Chukwani, and it's saved again by Johansson. That's his 3rd penalty save of the season. This man is ridiculous. Tromsdalen 0, Tromsø 2. I can't even pretend that we haven't been extremely fortunate in that match there. Rodriguez and Lisa linking up for both goals with a goal and an assist each, but giving away a dumb penalty and then having Johansson save it. It's weird. I've been trying out this new tactical style with the 2 CMAs for the last 2 games in the league. We've looked a bit unconvincing, and yet we've managed to win both of them. It's very, very odd. I actually switched back to the other tactic towards the end of this match to try and shut it down a little bit. Ironically, that's when we gave away the penalty. But I feel like we were giving the ball away a little too much because of the slightly higher tempo, and they're maybe not quite used to that yet. But nevertheless, we've got another win, and that is what matters, but it's still a little bit worrying. But regardless, we do move in the 3rd spot now. Molde beat Rosenborg in their game. Stabæk just win again. They cannot stop winning. I think they might have won 9 in a row. It might even be 10 now. So we're still only 3 points off the top, though. 47 points after 21 matches, and we're sitting 3rd in the league. But our goal difference is right up there as well with the other 2. Molde have somehow managed to overcome them. Oh no, Stabæk drew their last game, didn't they? What am I talking about? Just based on that goal difference alone. But we're still right on in this, and now we get a little international break, so we can sort of recoup a little bit, get the players working on that other tactical style, and see what we got in this final 9 games, because this is going to be one hell of a title run. If Vålerenga not out of this yet, I mean, they kind of are, but I don't know. If one of us fell off, they could sneak in there. Rakic drops another one in. Oh, and Scotland's on the end of it. Not really who he was aiming for, but it's 1-0 after 10 minutes. Pontus Skoglund, fresh off his first Sweden cap as well, makes it 1-0 Tromsø. We need this win. We need every win we can get, but not fully cleared. Lillestrom with an insane pass. Borchgrevink, Lisa, Rodriguez blocked, and it's put over the line by Pedro Mourinho again, and it's 2-0 to Tromsø. Oh, we look quite good at the moment, somehow. 2-0, another goal for Mourinho. Back to Borchgrevink. Thinks it all the way through. Lisa's there, and it's 3-0. In half an hour, it's 3-0 against Lillestrom as well. They've been our perennial bogey team for a little while, other than that random game in Europe last year. 3-0. They beat us earlier this year too. Just waiting for those little passes into the midfield. Rakic has come very deep to pick it up, but it doesn't matter because he's found Dilly back to his right foot, and Dilly's just dinked the goalkeeper, and it's 4-0 in 34 minutes. It is 4-0 to Tromsø. 4-0. And in the end, I still don't understand how we've kept a clean sheet again. It feels like ever since we switched to, and again, I switched back towards the 2 with the ball in the midfielder for the end of this game, just to slow the tempo down. It's our other tactic anyway. Ever since we switched to this, it feels like we're not conceding as many goals, even though we're, in theory, conceding more chances. It's weird. Johansson's been very good, and we're really taking our chances as of late, and really getting the most out of us from games. How have we kept 3 clean sheets in a row in the league? We should have conceded 4 or 5 goals. Whatever's happening, though, is very good, and it's going in our favour. 4-0 win. And the good news on top of that is, of course, Rosenborg dropped points again, this time defeated at home against Start. So now they fall 5 points behind us after the crazy good start they had to the season, it's kind of gone off the rails for them a little bit. They're starting to get dropped by the pack slightly. We now move to within 1 point of Stabæk and still remain 3 points behind Molde. To Cornish, lots of nice runners. One of them is Jesse Rakic. He's through. Jesse Rakic! And he scored! Tromsø 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Jesse Rakic of all people. We've brought them to Norway. They can't handle the temperatures even though it's September. And we're 1-0 up in the Champions League group stages. But no, and he's giving it away to Cornish. Steenson. Mourinho, Rakic, look at the runners, Kawamoto's in, it's 2-0, I can't believe what's happening here, Tromsø 2, Atletico Madrid 0. This is not what they expected when they came here. I just realised I accidentally started the attacking system with the 2 CMAs when I meant to switch back to the more defensive one, and it seems to be working for us. I can't believe it. And it's not like we didn't deserve it. We were brilliant. Rakic and Kawamoto's goals beat Atletico Madrid. They had one shot on target until like the 90th minute of the match, basically. That disallowed goal obviously was a big chance, but we've actually beaten them. We've won a Champions League group stage game against Atletico Madrid. That is far beyond what I expected. How did Molde get on in their game? We've got to find out. 9-1. Barcelona beat Lille 9-1. And Molde beat Rangers 2-0. 2 more wins for Norwegian sides in Europe. This is mad. Rosenborg won, Stabæk won, Vollerbrecht. All 5 Norwegian sides won. This is outrageous. And if you're wondering why all these games are being played on Wednesdays for the other competitions, it's something to do with when I was doing testing for the databases for showdowns, and it seems to muck up my fixtures so they all end up being played on Wednesdays. It's strange, but there you go. Well, in the end, a 0-0. Another clean sheet for us, which is fantastic, but just couldn't seem to quite break down that narrow system of theirs. We went down the wide areas in the second half, and it definitely seemed to make a difference, but not enough of a difference for us to get the result. Happy with the clean sheet, and it's another point, but it is a point that maybe could have been 3, but we've had some fortune lately, let's be honest. We're still doing well, though. And that's with having to rotate in and out. I actually rotated out for the Atletico game a little bit, and with the high of winning here, and weirdly it's gone the other way around as always. With that, we do move up to second in the league, overtaking Stabæk, who lost to Strømsgodset is there in there as well. Rosenborg did beat Sogndal though, so they're back in the battle a little bit, but we do move into second, which is good. I feel like that's where we deserve to be, but Molde just will not stop. Now, they've been phenomenal for about the last 15 matches, honestly. They stretched their gap to 5 points. We've just got to do everything we can to try to keep with them this season and hope that next year, if we're not going to quite do it this year, we'll hopefully have the money to really build a team that could take us to the next level and make it just between us and Molde. Lisa to drop a free kick in. It's a cheeky little one. Berntsen's there! Brilliant header after 4 minutes. Nikolai Berntsen, Lisa with the assist. 1-0 away at Kristiansund. We've had a full week off, and boy is it showing. We need another win. Lisa does find him, actually. He needs to drop this off for someone, really. Steenson, round the side for Lee Dilly. He's in on goal, and it's 2-0. 10 minutes gone. Lee Dilly, I preferred him over Kawamoto today because his form has been a lot better, and Kawamoto's really struggled lately. Fjell delivers it for Kristiansund. And it's in. That is the first league goal we've conceded in this entire video so far today, which is mad. Only the second goal of the entire video in general. Skogland, here we go. Get that build-up going. Mourinho's throw, and he's absolutely twatted it. It's 3-1 Tromsø. Another goal for Pedro Mourinho. He's come to life in the second half of the year. Birkelund, can he go for another chance like this? Finds Rodriguez. So many options. Dilly drops it back for Kawamoto, and it's deflected in. Koki Kawamoto, 4-1. I think I'll take that decision to bring him off the bench. He'll grab his goal. He just needs the confidence, and put him as an attacking mid. Apparently it's worked. Out for Rodriguez. Knocks it around the side for Dilly. Oh, this is turning into something fun. I can feel it. Dilly. Back to Birkelund. Ball across. Rodriguez! And it's 5-1 in the 94th minute. Yeah, that'll just about do. 5-1 victory away from home. They barely created anything in this game. Johansson, if anything, had a poor day. He didn't have a lot to do, except save that one chance, which he couldn't do, but it happens, right? 5-1 to Tromsø. Really, really good. Kawamoto was sensational off the bench in that role. Rakic just needed a rest. And in even better news, Molde dropped points. So they had a cup match midweek, which obviously we're not in, and it went to extra time, which they did win as well, so more games for them. So at the very least, that's probably tired them out a little bit and has allowed us to cut that gap back down to 3 points with a better goal difference, plus 40 going long again. Winning these challenges is going to be key. Gomez does well. Oh, James Gomez. What a save from Johansson. James. Long around the side. Havertz is through, and he can't keep that one out. Well, really, I blame James Gomez. I know Matthias Johansson kept this shot out, but we should never have been in that position there, and now it's 1-0 to Chelsea. Not really surprising, though. Reece James around the side for Lager. Now we've in a couple of minutes, this game's gone from okay to rubbish, unfortunately. I think James Gomez has just hauled someone down in the box as well. Vlahovic from the spot. Johansson, oh my god, he's done it again. Matthias Johansson saves another penalty. Going short this time for Hudson-Odoi. Pops it over the top. That's really nice football from Chelsea. Very nice. Jurien Timber, 2-0. I don't know how... I wish I knew how you could set your set pieces up to work like that, because that was really cool. Dilly's got it. Lee Dilly, who... Oh, wait, he scored! He scored against his parent club. Chelsea 2, Tromsø 1, and Lee Dilly with a goal at Stamford Bridge against his actual club. Well done. That's not good at all. Vlahovic is in now to wrap this up for Chelsea. Tight angle, though. Really well defended. Bloody hell, Jonas. Tried to murder the guy as Havertz slots it home, and it is 3-1 Chelsea. To Wanderson. It's a ball through for Vlahovic. Don't let them have a fourth goal. Oh, they have. It's a great finish from Dusan Vlahovic. Well, there we go. No complaints, really. Chelsea were much better than us on the night, but we still had a little opportunities in there. There was that chance at 2-2. At 2-1, where we could have had the equaliser. But remember, Johansson saved a penalty as well. He was brilliant still. That's his 4th penalty save of the season. He has some record in goal, but Chelsea are just better than us, aren't they? We know that, but we gave it a crack, and I'd rather try, you know, than just try and shut up shop and then lose 1-0 anyway. Because it is still good news elsewhere. Atletico beat Djurgården by 4-0, meaning that now, yes, we still sit second in the group because of our head-to-head against Atleti as well, which is key. And, of course, most importantly, very, very much clear of Djurgården. I think we play them back-to-back soon, and that'll be in the next video, so that could be really, really crucial. But that win against Atleti as well could still give us a chance at qualifying, by the way. Rosenborg lost, Stabæk won, and Vålerenga lost. So just the one win for Norway this time around, but still, they're doing a good job. And still, we lead the way for the entire season. 8.1 points on the board for Norway currently, and there's still so many more games to go. Oh, it's exciting, man. So it's kind of make or break time, in a way. We host Stabæk today. A win would see us move 3 points clear with a better goal difference and 5 matches to go. Very important. So, selection advice. Now, we've got an international break after this, so we can kind of afford to be a little bit more forthgoing in this one. I'm going to go for... No, it has to be Dilly again. Kawamoto's really struggled lately, so I've got to give him credit for that. Kawamoto will be on the bench for today, of course. Mourinho's probably going to have to be rested out here, sadly. That's just the way it is. Berntson's knackered. So is... I mean, a lot of our team is absolutely knackered at the moment, but what I would say is the other teams will be in the same boat because they were all playing midweek as well. I might even be tempted to start Kawamoto as the attacking midfielder. It worked quite nicely against Kristiansund. Admittedly, that was off the bench, but it would also allow us to rest Birkeland out and keep Kawamoto in the team, just in a slightly different role. I think this is going to have to be us. We'll see what Stabæk line up like. They should be tired too. In fact, you can clearly see that their top scorer is missing. Melkerson's not in the team. Neither is Anderson, who is their second best player. So yeah, they've clearly had to rotate as well. So it's 2 heavily rotated sides against each other. Is our squad deeper than theirs? That is the question. This could be a big turning point in our season. If we beat Stabæk as well, it really starts to push them out the way a little bit and keeps us in touch with Molde, because I do feel like they'll win today. But imagine if they didn't, or if they lost or something, and we could go into those final games top. You just never know, because it does start to even out the fixtures a little bit coming soon. Well, I'd say our chances of catching Molde today are pretty much done already. 2-0 up already against Sarpsborg. Also, Vålerenga back in the battle. At the moment, they're winning 2, and it would take them to 50 points as well. And it's saved by Johansson. Gomez. More like it. Kawamoto. Jonsson. Round the side for Lee. Dilly! Good save. Well, pretty woeful first half. Neither team are really able to conjure much at the moment. Our best opportunities have come through the middle, and I might well pop on, play through the centre in the second half, because that does seem to be our best form when we get those runs going, but it's been difficult. The passing hasn't quite been there today. Solbakken and clips it out wide. And it's actually, oh no, missed tackle. Hagland drills it wide. Pinging one down for Court. That's a nice pick out from Thomas Blad. Occasionally he will actually manage to do something like that. Blocked. Oh my goodness me. The game has definitely swung back in our favour in the second half. It's a good ball in. Lots of oh, you stupid man. Well, never mind. We were swinging it back in our favour, but Nicholas Dira's like, you know what, I don't fancy winning the title this year. No. Oh, this is annoying. It's been a really even match. I don't think Johansson's going to save another penalty. No, he's not. And it's 1-0 to Stabæk. Mourinho, with Molde winning, us losing. Berg Johansson clips it through. Lee Dilly back on his right foot. Yes! 1-1. Tromsø 1. Stabæk 1. And, well, at the very least, hopefully we won't be losing on this match. There'd be a real opportunity for us to just provide a counter-attack, but it's so tough. Jin Chang. Oh, no. Teta's through. It's a tight angle. He's got a bit wide, and he slots it home. Oh, wow. I thought we'd done it. But no, we're just having a bit of a bad day here in this game, unfortunately, right when we needed it not to be, because then that goal could have been potentially the winner. Mourinho drills it wide. 2-1 defeat at home against Stabæk. That is so frustrating. I think a pretty close game in the end. Obviously, the penalty has massively buffed their stats up, but we gave it away. Dira was useless there. The guy's facing away from goal, and he just pushes him over. Useless. And even their second goal, it's the type of thing that normally Johansson is saving. So there we go. We're now 6 points from the top again. Despite all of our brilliant form, we find ourselves actually further off the top of the league than we were at the start. This season is mad. At the very least, we have a little bit of a rest, and then the fixtures do kind of calm down a little bit. It's not completely every Saturday, Wednesday, like it has been a little bit late. But then again, it's been all right late. It's just, yeah, the Chelsea game was nothing you can do about it. I still think we're in good form, really. When you look at how we've played so far in today's video, lots of wins to start with. Got the draw against Bournemouth, but then came bouncing straight back. Chelsea, we were always going to lose that game. That one's disappointing, but it is what it is. I still think we're in a good position. I still think we're in with a chance of getting second in our Champions League group as well. and we're still not out of the title race. When you look at our next few matches in the league, Kongsvinger there, Vålerenga is going to be crazy tough, but we play the bottom, a couple of the sides in the relegation zone in those matches to come. So you'd expect at least 2 wins out of those, which would take us to 60 points. And then it's just a question of what we can do against 3 of the top 5. Oh, God. This season is certainly not over yet, but I still want to make sure that we finish on a high, which could be a very high. Look at that. Last game. Oh, no, not technically last game, but we've got those 2 games against Djurgården in there too. This is going to get fiery. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, I still think it's been fun, drop a like, that'd be gorgeous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be gorgeous as well. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Go follow there too, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Hot chicken, capybara, bye-bye.